The magistrate turned the flower shoe in his hands. It was delicate, embroidered with blossoms, still warm from the sun. He looked down the path where the girl had vanished. And for the first time in his young life, his heart ached with longing. Startled and breathless, Konji returned to the stream. She began drawing water again, trying to calm herself. But one foot throbbed painfully. She looked down and froze. Her heart sank. She had lost one of the flower shoes, the only treasure she had. She didn't know why the guards had charged toward her, or where the shoe had fallen. But she had no time to wonder. Mrs. Bear had ordered the water jar filled, and Konji obeyed. She drew water again and again, but no matter how many times she filled the jar, it was empty the next time she checked. She was confused, exhausted. Sitting by the kitchen door, she held back tears. Her foot still ached, her spirit sagged. And then, a yellow toad hopped gently into view.
Konji,
It croaked.
there's a hole in the jar. That's why it won't stay full. I'll patch the hole. You just fetch the water again.
She watched in wonder as it placed its damp body over the crack. This time, the water stayed. "Thank you," Konji whispered. She bowed deeply, then ran. Toward the village, toward the feast. But by the time she arrived, the celebration was over. The lanterns had dimmed. The magistrate was gone. Even that small dream had passed her by. But the magistrate couldn't forget the girl. Her clothes had been plain, but her face was bright. There was dignity in her stillness, warmth in her presence. A soldier approached him.
My lord, you seem restless. Is it because of the girl at the stream? There is no need to worry.
He continued.
If she came to draw water, she must be from our village. If you host another feast, open to all, you may find her again.
The magistrate nodded slowly.
That's a fine idea. Please arrange it.
The next morning, Mrs. Bear and Patjwi were already buzzing. Ribbons, hairpins, and rouge. They were going to the new feast, the one the magistrate had called for. And rumor had it, he would choose a bride. Mrs. Bear laughed.
Who else could it be? Patjwi is the prettiest girl in Jeonju.
Konji stayed quiet. She longed to go, just for a glimpse of the lights, the music. But life had taught her not to ask for joy. Still, Mrs. Bai tossed her one last task.
If you want to go,
She sneered.
then weave 9 bolts of cloth before sunset.
She laughed, knowing it was impossible. In the dim cold, Kongji sat at the giant loom, spools of thread beside her. Her fingers shook, tears fell. "Mother, I can't do this anymore. I'd rather stay here than hope for something that will never come." Then, a breeze. The curtain fluttered, and a woman in white stood in the doorway. Gentle, radiant. And then she said,
You've been patient, kind, and true. I've seen it all.
She touched the loom, and golden light spilled into the threads. The shuttle moved, clack, 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 weaving faster than any human hand. And when the light faded, 9 perfect bolts lay folded beside her. The woman said,
Now, go to the feast, Kongji.
but Kongji lowered her head. "I can't. I've lost my shoes. and she took away even my old clothes." The woman knelt and smiled.
Do not worry, Kongji.
She held out a white gown, soft as moonlight, and a pair of flowered silk shoes. Before Kongji could speak, the maiden was gone. The village square shimmered with lanterns. Drums beat softly. People laughed, ate, and waited. The magistrate stood by the flower shoe, and as each girl tried it on, his heart sank. Too small, too big, stuffed with rags. Nothing fit. Patjwi tried last. She shoved and twisted. Still too large. And just as the magistrate turned away, he saw her at the edge of the crowd. Kongji. She wore the white gown and the matching shoe. Gasps rose from the crowd. He stepped forward, kneeling. He said softly,
"Dear lady, would you try this on?"
She nodded. The silk shoe slid on like a whisper. It fit. Their eyes met. He smiled.
"You are the one."
That day, Kongji left the house where she had suffered so long. She rode in a carriage of honor to her new home. And there, she was cherished. As for Mrs. Bay and Patjwi, no punishment came. Only silence. No one listened to them anymore. Because truth, once seen, cannot be hidden again. Kongji never forgot the sparrows, or the ox, or the toad, or the woman in white. And whenever she saw someone small and struggling, she helped. Because kindness is a magic more powerful than any curse.